This is gonna be in the next build as well. I just recording.
I was falling over for a second, so I had to
you recorded like
just
like
shut
no one would have fucking seen you fix your fucking shoe.
Fuck off. What up, YouTube? Today I'm with my boy Armond. We're over here going over his Prelude build, and I want him to go over everything he had with it and the history of his car. So here's a little brief overview of everything. So, go back. What's your name? What's your car?
My name, Armond. Car, Honda Prelude Type SH.
How long have you had it for?
A little more than 6 months.
So why'd you get the car to begin with?
I got the car because I used to own a Hyundai Genesis sedan. It was a big body car. I loved that car, but I kind of wanted something smaller for like canyon runs and stuff. So I chose this car because obviously everyone knows the Civic. I didn't want a Civic. I wanted to be different. So I got this. And I always thought it just kind of looks like a poor man's R32. I mean,
R33.
But,
and I never realized how much like R33s they look like until you told me that they did. And I remember I was in my truck one day behind the Prelude, and I saw the roof. I was like, bro, it's an R33, and I was like, that's a fuck.
Because me and Aldo were like on our way, like driving past Canyon.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh look, a Prelude. I was like, where the fuck you see a Prelude? It's a fucking R33. I was like, you motherfucker. But yeah, like this car is pretty cool. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't like it because it's heavier than the Civic, so most people just choose a Civic, but they'll rip the fucking motor out. And I'm just like, just keep the car. But what else do you want to know?
So how'd you get it to where it's at right now?
Because like what, the first month of me having it, I went on a canyon run with some buddies.
How was that though?
It was fun. Like trust me, like that shit was amazing. I never felt so much adrenaline in my life. But on the way back home, my friend was racing some other cars. I tried to keep up. Blew the motor, but the whole night itself was fucking fun. Like best night I ever fucking had.
How'd this car handle on the little canyon roads? Because it's a tiny car by comparison to the new cars today.
How would I describe it? Like it's pretty like small. Like yeah, it's bigger than like some cars, but it's pretty small. It handles really well. Like that's why it's the SH. The SH for like super handling or whatever.
That's what it stands for, super handling?
Like fucking basic as hell. But you know, like it handles. Like I was pretty like surprised like that first night I took it. So it sucks I only got that one night to enjoy it.
So what ended up happening when the motor went out? Like, did you just like grind to a hole, or did like make some bang noise, or how did that go? Because there's obviously not an engine here at the moment.
Honestly, it didn't make no noise. I just started seeing the check engine lights just start flashing. And luckily, I already had like my OBD2 port reader in the thing, so I had the app, and it just said random misfire. I'm like, oh, what the fuck happened? And like I realized it started overheating, and I was still on the freeway, but I would press on the gas and no response. So it was just pretty much like I coasted to like whatever exit I got off. So I turned the car off, let it cool down, try turning it back on.
Just stupid knocking.
Yeah. So that's where I was like, fuck myself, you know?
Yeah.
Like, now I'm carless.
Okay. So that's how the motor blew up. I noticed no engine here. There's one on the stand right there, and there's one right here on this engine stand. So what's up with that?
Alright, so you want to know about this one first?
Yeah, let's start with that one.
How do I put this? I was trying to do a rebuild, like, you know, get a machine. This is the block right here, the head, everything that came off it. But I had some issues with the machine shop. We lost some hardware. And I tried ordering the hardware on the OEM Honda parts, but they were like, "Oh, it could take months to get." Like, fuck, like that's too long, like you know. Like, so I ended up finding this one on offer for like $750 or whatever.
Yeah.
And
so
I just started taking it apart, making sure everything's good.
Yeah.
Obviously, well, I drained the oil. Oil came out milky.
This is the oil right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks a little dirty.
So I'm just in the middle of replacing the air gasket. I'm just cleaning up some of the surface. The head's right there, it's doing the same thing with that. And then once it's all clean, like, smooth, I was gonna put it all back together, throw it in the car, and start going on canyon runs.
Yeah, we definitely need to go on canyon runs when this thing is done. So, but for the people who don't know, what's the difference between the normal Prelude engine and transmission and the Type SH? Because I know there's a huge difference. That most people don't know.
So that's the ATTS right there at the bottom. I don't know if you like see it.
Alright, sure.
So
yes, right here, right?
The thing with the ATTS, it sends power to, you know, the wheel that doesn't pretty much like directly connects to the tranny.
Yeah.
So the tranny is on the passenger side, which is where we get most of the power.
Yeah.
Because to the driver's side, so the ATTS like helps with some of that slack.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty much, it just like what do we say, like a LSD in a way.
It sounds like that's how you're putting it. It's like a kind of a weird tranny LSD that's not an LSD.
Yeah.
I thought it was rear steering for a minute.
Nah, well, because people say like, oh, it makes the car feel like it's rear wheel drive because the way it turns.
Yeah.
But it just sends power equally to both wheels.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, it's just like a factory LSD that's not an LSD.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
that's why I had bought a block before this one, but it was just like H22A, like a JDM one, and then that's when I found out like, oh, the ATTS system, the block is different. Like, is it on this side? Like the ATTS was bolt up. Oh, it's on the other side actually. So the ATTS was bolt up right here on the stock block, the base model. The oil filter would be right here in the middle.
Okay.
So then they moved this out, the oil filter out the way, to put the ATTS right there.
Ah, okay, that makes sense then.
Yeah. And so that's why even then, like the person I bought this off of, he was trying to put this in a base model. But he found out kind of like the opposite of me.
Yeah.
That he had to put a bunch of sensors in his car. He was like, it's not even worth it. So he was just trying to get rid of the motor. But he said he paid like $1,200 for it. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, all right. He sold it to me for $750. Like, did you really pay $1,200 for it?
He'd probably just hype it up a little bit, make it seem like you're getting a good deal, huh?
But I was like, fuck it, whatever. Like, it looks fine. I just replaced like some parts so I felt more comfortable with my stock ones because they're in better condition. But other than that, like the motor looks healthy. Like the walls just have a little scoring. But, you know, it'll last long enough for me to at least finish that one.
Yeah. So other than like the engine stuff you're doing on, like, is the chassis all stock or what's up with it?
So far, still stock. I haven't really done anything to it. The person I bought it off of bought like some aftermarket like struts. Yeah. So like that's the front strut that would go right here, like across the engine.
Oh, the strut brace that goes across?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he also bought, it's like a big one and a small one for the rear.
Yeah.
So the big one would go inside the trunk pretty much.
Yeah.
Like for the, how do you say it? Like the suspension bolt though?
Yeah. And your interior is really nice too though.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking pristine.
I just got that.
Oh, you got a Dragon Ball shifter in this house? The energy bucket.
Yes, sir.
And you know, no useful back seats here.
It's a little dirty in there, but you know.
It's fine.
It's not like that usually. But...
And we had to do like some serious mods to even fit in this thing, huh?
Yeah, I have to pretty much take out the stock seat so I can fit in my car better. Because, you know, 6'4", car with no headroom.
To put it in perspective, because homeboy's 6'4", I am not. And here, try to wiggle in here to where his seat is. And I can't actually reach the pedal. Oh, you can't even. There's no light in here.
No battery here.
Oh, we can't see. I can't actually reach the pedals. Like my feet are just dangling there. I can't like. Well, this is not connected to anything. I can't reach the steering wheel. Like.
I know.
You're a big boy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is a cool car though. It's super clean. Getting this shit built. It's a little tiny in here.
Yeah. It's because. Honestly, I wasn't always gonna park it in here, but just because like it's not running, I don't want to be outside the whole time.
You get the intake right here, the head, more car stuff, whole transmission right here, pristine valve cover that you did in yourself. It's still cool that you're building in your garage at an apartment complex, because I know there's actually one dude I'm talking to right now about a GS300 build that he wants to do, and he's like, bro, he doesn't want to do it in his apartment complex. Like, he just doesn't want to. Like, you're on the other inspection, we're like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get this shit done whether like...
Wait, so does he have a garage, or...?
I actually don't know, but he just didn't want to do it in his apartment, like, at all.
See Nick's new car?
Nah.
He got a bed.
For real? He got rid of the 350?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Which...
That's your one like, loony-ass neighbor, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he used to have a 350 too, but it was giving him a lot of problems. So he got like a little Kia.
Yeah, makes sense.
What were we talking about?
I don't even remember anymore.
Every time I see that, I feel like Chicken Little.
What?
Like, what are we talking about? Like, you know, like you're trying to like change the subject or something.
Okay, so for where it's going right now, like on the progress of the build, what's like your median goal just to get it going, and then what's your end goal for the build?
Okay, so my end goal is to finish the stock block, you know, bigger piston, rods, some cams, you know, skunk tube intake manifold. Just pretty much everything aftermarket. Like, I'm just trying to go like I'm trying to get at least like 300 NA.
Yeah. Wait, 300. I think you said 250 earlier.
All right, 250 is like, all right, I'll be happy with it. But if I get the 300, I'll get the 300.
What do you have to do to get 300 horsepower NA out of H22?
Just full bolt-ons. Like, you got to pretty much replace everything.
It's like cams, heads.
Yeah. Like, I know some people would get a stroker kit, but I was like,
Can you do it stock displacement?
I don't know, honestly.
You're gonna find out though.
Because most people just turbo these. Like, not that many people do like NA H22.
Yeah.
Like, everybody, whenever you search up H22, it's always turbo.
Yeah.
So it was like, shit, I'm gonna be the first NA motherfucker out here pushing 300.
It'd be hard though. Imagine you have that 300 horsepower NA setup and a Prelude, and it's just dumped on some nice wheels.
Because I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, like, for a while, it might still be a daily. So that's why I'm like, I mean, a turbo probably still wouldn't hurt. But, you know, I feel like it just sounds cooler being like, oh, like, how you got this dude? Like, what you got? It's like, NA.
It's a flex.
Yeah.
You didn't have to add boost to build your engine. You just built your engine right. You didn't have to add boost.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm like, you know, it's like I wanted to upgrade the clutch, but that's just gonna be on the next build as well. I had just recording.
I was falling over for a second, so I had to
you recorded like
just
like,
shut
no one would have fucking see you fix your fucking shoe.
Fuck off. But yeah, that's it. Just another good synopsis of the build at least. But yeah, thank you, homeboy. So yeah, everyone, this is Armond. This is his Instagram right here. I'm gonna put like right here in the video right here. Follow his build at that broken lewd dude. We're gonna try doing more videos of his lewd build and of us just doing car stuff in general. And yeah, have anything to say for the crowd before we go?
Any sponsors want to sponsor you?
Yeah, sponsorship opportunities are always welcome. But other than that, so deuces, y'all.